Hello, 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 my lovely friends. Thank you for joining me here on A Journey in Light. My name is Joy. Hello. Today we are doing a pick a card on Will You Be Together? We're kind of doing like the future of your relationship, anything that comes up, where that's what we're asking my guides today. Will you guys be together? Anything that comes up, you know me, I will let it out. Real quick, I want to give a quick thank you to Mandy, who donated this amazing deck to the channel. It's the Shine from the Inside Oracle cards. So they're these really, really beautiful glare cards. Really beautiful imagery, a lot about self-love and self-care. I'm going to pull one at the end of each of these readings. It's kind of like an overall guidance for you guys as the viewers, as an extra little touch. And read the description from the description book, because I really am enjoying this. So Mandy, thank you so much for donating that. I also want to say thank you to everyone who has donated, made actual donations to the channel. That does help me, you know, keep things going, get new decks, get more crystals for the channel. Also, you know, not everybody can do that. Not everybody can financially, you know, donate a deck, whatever. I appreciate you guys all regardless. Another way to help, you can always watch, you know, 30 seconds of one of the advertisements that pops up. That also helps me tremendously when everybody does that. It really helps. So just wanted to start off by saying thank you. Okay, so sorry for the long intro. We have 3 piles. So we have pile 1, which is one of my new selenites with the etched mandala that I was able to get because of lovely donations from viewers. We have this chunk of amethyst that was actually donated by Cherie to the channel. And the first one is the Muse Tarot, the second one is Everyday Witch. 3, we have this lovely shell. You guys know I use this a lot. Some people think it looks like a piece of garlic, and the Oceanic Tarot. So take a moment, take a deep breath, go over, you know, whatever pile you're drawn to the most. If you're drawn to more than one, then you could have messages more than one. You're welcome to watch as many as you want. Also, all my readings are timeless, so if you come back at a different time, you can pick a different pile, and maybe you'll get different messages then, depending on what's going on in your life, because tarot is a current snapshot of current energies. So again, piles 1, pile 2, pile 3. The timestamps will be in the description box below, and I look forward to seeing you guys at your pile. Thanks, guys. Clean up a little bit if you're sitting there watching me. I know some of you guys sit in between here to listen to me talk to myself crazily, so hello. All right. Hello, 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 my lovely friends for pile 1. You guys picked this lovely selenite with the etched mandala. Stick that guy over here. And we are going over, will you guys be together? What is like the future of this connection? Whoever you're thinking about. Yeah, some people ask like to do specific ones on exes and stuff like that. It's kind of all together. It's whoever you have in mind and the pile you're drawn to when you're thinking about them. So you can have different people that you're drawn to different piles for as well. I know a lot of you guys do that. So for everyone who was attracted to pile 1, what is the future of this connection? We have an 8 of Cups. We have the Page of Wands in reverse. We have 2. We have the Empress in reverse, the 3 of Materials. We have the Lovers. We have the Awakening. We have the Knight of Swords, the Moon in reverse. If you guys heard my slight smirk in my voice, was my guides were telling me that this connection had a lot to do with learning lessons, and then I pulled the Awakening card. Like they were telling me, like once the lessons are learned sides, then this connection has a better chance of really coming together. So that's what they told me, and then I pulled the Awakening right afterwards. So that was the little smirk in my voice as I said that. I'm always having an internal conversation along with trying to talk to you guys. So, okay, the future of this connection. Like I was saying, my guides were very clear about there's a lot of lessons that still need to be learned on both sides. I'm hearing you guys really, really, really need to work on self-worth, self-love, letting go of, and a lot of people still, you know, have a good confidence level and a good love for themselves, but you still like doubt your choices and doubt things like that. That's still a level of something that needs to be worked on and healed. But for a lot of you guys really need to love yourself and make sure you're treating this relationship along with other relationships in your life in a balanced manner. Don't put everybody else before you, is some of the messages that are coming through. So we're going to start with this 8 of Cups. So my guides are telling me that, you know, also part of this, the 8 of Cups is much about going on a spiritual journey, turning away. So if you guys are in a separation from this person, either you turned away or they turned away, it's a needed, and they're drawing me into this void, and I'm hearing, I'm told a hole in the soul. So if you feel this emptiness in you that you're trying to fill with outside things, or this could just be your person, so this might just be an understanding that they just seem to be filling it from outside things, other people, substances, things like that, or also not being able to accept your love for them because they don't love themselves. So again, this is a very big message. The overall message is the lesson is self-love. So not just you guys, but this person as well. They really need to work on loving themselves so they can accept your love. And this is clarified by the Lovers. So with this card popping up, this is a soul level connection for a lot of you guys. There's different labels for that. I feel like everyone knows their label, but just know that you guys came into this world with a soul contract to learn certain things from each other. You guys, you know, we're working together, even though sometimes it may not feel like that here in this lifetime. You feel like they're working against you, but they're helping you grow, and you're helping them grow. And a lot of that area is love. Again, I'm getting so much self-love stuff here, and it's this emptiness, and a lot of people have that emptiness from like a inner childhood wounds, like early childhood traumas, things like that. So, you know, and I don't mean to jump off topic about, you know, will this, you know, connection really come together? I'm going to have some angel answer, or my angel answer cards. I'm going to use those that I picked up recently, because they're just giving me so much about growth, so much about love, so much about all of that, this awakening. So, and I keep saying so, guys are like, really? Give me a moment. I need to tone out that. My guides are super excited about this for some reason, like pumped up, like and throwing so much of this at me, but I'm like, I got it. I said it. I want to get back to our mission at hand. I'm getting a lot of hummingbird energy, so that might be for somebody. I need to say that, like I'm getting like hummingbirds. That might be relevant for somebody. Okay, I need to ground myself a little bit. It's real, guys. You know, you're in the middle of my real process, so thank you for bearing with me. I have to calm all this energy down a little bit. Everybody take a deep breath on the other side. Okay. So we have a Page of Wands in reverse. So I'm hearing this person maybe wants to get away from superficial relationships, superficial interactions, and they're really awakening to what their soul is calling them to do. And again, this is a reading about your guys' connection. So this is them seeing things differently. Maybe they've only been surface level from you, and now they're getting deeper. They're getting a deeper understanding. Like a lot of them. So I know we're about to have the Lion's Portal on coming up soon. I know this reading's timeless, but But for if you're watching it now as I'm recording this, there is a Lion's portal coming up, and I'm hearing there's going to be a lot of heart activations, a lot of people like really being asked to face this hole in their soul, face this hole in their heart, and to let that pain out so that so the love can come in. I'm hearing being cracked open to let the light in, because they've closed it off for so long that it's time to really break free and let that open, and they're really going to start having a shift, start seeing things differently. And then our Empress in reverse is like they're no longer going to be able to deny the world that's within them. Also, this is for you guys. I feel like a lot of mirroring is going on in this in this pile. Like you guys have to let this beauty out. You can't hold it in, and you have to see it. Like, see, she's taking this hood off from covering her head, right? I don't see it as her covering it. It's her finally uncovering her own truth, right? It's still a little block, so you guys are being asked to really, you know, fly towards that. And we kind of have this mirroring image of, here's that hole in the soul that they're telling me, but then it's been filled with clouds, and I'm hearing dreams and possibilities. So once you can uncover your truth, once you can see the beauty that's within you, and for this person, that you guys will be ready to take action and communicate. This deck they call the Swords Voices, and they're telling me they'll be ready to communicate, ready to come forward and tell you these things. But they have to realize, they have to see the beauty in themselves so they can accept the beauty that's in you. Something about this connection is asking you guys to really work on yourself, really heal yourself. This is a beautiful connection. Regardless of how this turns out, guys, you have to see the growth that is here, and it's needed, and it's guided, and it's a beautiful, beautiful thing. We have the Three of Pentacles, which is about working together. And the traditional tarot actually shows two people, and it kind of looks like a marriage ceremony. Sorry, I'm shaking the thing. So I'm hearing that this can definitely work out in the future. You guys can come together. You can work together. You need to let go of the fear. So the moon card can sometimes represent our intuitions, also can represent illusions, ego, like the illusion of the ego, not necessarily ego, and fears. And I'm hearing it's time to let that go. It's really like, once all that is worked through, there's so much potential for you guys here. And you guys will, and I'm hearing some of you guys will work together to help heal each other, actually, like in the relationship, to let those fears go. But it's going to involve some honest communication, and maybe some uncomfortable conversations as well for some of you guys. I had to hold on to my obsidian angel because that was some crazy energy, so I needed to ground myself. So if you guys ever feel like you're very like, you can't wrap your mind around your thoughts, I would consider getting like something to do with like the root chakra, or black obsidian, tourmaline, things like that, or grounding yourself outside in nature. So had to throw that tidbit out there too, because I pick up on all your guys' energy as an empathic reader, and that was crazy. So not crazy bad, but just very intense. So it's hard to stay in that. So it's really good to keep some black obsidian on you. It really helped me get through that reading. I couldn't get past it. So, okay, let's get some angel answers. We're really looking at the longevity. There's that energy. I might have to hold this angel. You guys we got some energy in this pile. Okay, yeah, I'm going to have to hold on to my angel. Never had to do that on a reading before, but whatever works. All right, so what is the future of this connection? Anything else, my angels, what you guys can tell me? You guys, when I talk about my guides, like, you know, it's whatever you want to call them, angels, ascended masters. The guides are made up by lots of different things, and I'm very drawn to angels, so I know a lot of mine are angels. In the near future, I know you guys are like, Joy, stop talking about your guides. In the near future, guys, this is gonna come. You guys are gonna be together in the very near future. For a lot of you guys, you know, again, this is a general reading, so take what resonates, leave what doesn't. but I'm feeling really good. This healing is happening. It's happening in you. It's happening in them. It just needs to happen first, is what they're telling me. Then we get not the right time. So there could be a mixture of you guys. For some of you guys, this is coming, and I feel like you'll know. So if you guys have been working on your healing, and you feel like they have, you felt a shift in them, then you're going to be very close. If you haven't begun to really, really, truly work on yourself, work on filling this void, and not with outside things, fill it from yourself, because that's the only way it's ever truly going to be filled, because no one's going to be able to live up to those expectations if you're empty on the inside. You have to fill it first, and then they complement you. So for those who haven't been working on healing, or you're not sure where to start, this might not be the right time, but I still feel like once you guys can go work through this, and they can work through this, then you guys will really, really be together. It's really a beautiful connection, guys, and regardless if you do end up with this person or not, please be able to step back and look at this and look how much this has helped you grow, because it's beautiful. It's beautiful. It's painful. I'm not saying that, but it's I've brought up this line from that Frau song, or Imogen Heap, Let Go, and there's a line that says there's beauty in the breakdown. So there's so much beauty in the brokenness of this. Like, once your heart is cracked open, that love can come in, that light can come in, all that good healing can come in, but you got to crack it open. And that cracking process is sometimes very, very hard, and I understand that. I understand, guys. I've been there, still there, working on this. Healing is never an ending thing. You're always working on something, and healing isn't linear. I tell my really good friends this all the time. When you take 2 steps, sometimes you take 3 back. The whole point is you just keep going forward, because healing is not linear. I know I've gotten on a soapbox. My guides are so pumped about you guys. They're so pumped. Your guides are. You guys have like I feel like a almost like a cheer section at a game, and like everyone's guides are like, "Woo, you're doing good." No, that sounds really nerdy of me to say just now, but that's the energy that I'm in. Like, there's so much potential, so much awesomeness going on with this connection, guys. And for a lot of you guys that have been working on this, you're coming together very soon. Gosh, okay, you guys are pumping me up. We might have a lot of light workers in this group too. You guys are just shining your light, but I wasn't ready for that this early in the morning. I guess. Who needs coffee, man? Okay, so I wanted to pull one of these Shine from the Inside oracle cards from this lovely deck. I might read the description depending on what it says. So what does pile 2 need to know? This deck is very much about self-love, so it's perfect for this pile. What else for pile 1, please, guys? Be bold, don't be afraid to stand out. I actually pulled this card the other day. That's weird, when I was playing with this deck. So let me read it. 75. It's right here. It says, you were meant to shine. Be bold and put on the damn lipstick. Robert Frost said, freedom lies in being bold, and boldness requires courage. Being bold can be as simple as wearing a new shade of lipstick and trying a new hairstyle to trying a new hairstyle to quitting your stressful 9-to-5 and backpacking around the world for a few months. Each time you take a courageous action, you build confidence to continue to express your most authentic self without giving a crap. They use a lot of cuss words in here. Giving a crap about others' opinions. If you've pulled this card, it's time for you to stop hiding your light and to stand out from the crowd. You will never change the world if you're being just like everyone else. The more you accept your unique sparkle magic and you have the courage to be who you really are, the more you inspire others around you to do the same. Be bold enough to speak your truth, brave enough to trust your heart, and strong enough to live the life you've always imagined. You are meant to shine, so don't be afraid to stand out. Shine, shine, shine. When I was talking about light workers, I definitely was feeling that. And maybe the energy I'm feeling is the energy you guys are all holding inside of you instead of letting it out. Let that shiz out, guys. It's time to shine. And I feel like as the work you're doing, it's like you're going to be like a lighthouse to magnetize this person back, or if you guys are together and you're just watching to see how you go, it's just really only going to make your life that much better all the way around. So guys, thank you guys so much for being here and listening to all my talk. Definitely, I think there's amazing potential. Some of you guys, very, very near future. Those that it's not the right time, it's time to work on this healing. It's time to be bold. It's time to be courageous. It's time to put yourself first. It's time to do the things you want and create the life that you are looking to have for yourself. So thank you guys so much. As always, mwah, have a good one. Anybody sitting here, that was a lot of energy. Sorry, I'm going to pause for a second if anyone's sitting here. If not, just go to the next timestamp. I have to recollect my energy and ground myself. Hello, 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 my lovely friends for pile 2. You guys picked this lovely amethyst chunk geode. I've talked about this in other things about like if we could only see the rock from the outside and we never cracked open or we never let people in, they would never see the beauty that's inside, right? So beautiful. Okay. So we are going over what is the future of this connection. Will you guys be together? A lot of interesting information, like lovely information, came up in pile 1 about growth, and it was pretty amazing. Got a little off topic, but still ultimately a wonderful message. So I'm very interested to see what will come in for you guys. This deck is so stiff, so don't judge my shuffling skills. Okay. I need to like put this deck through the ringer. It's so stiff. It's a lovely deck. It's one of my favorites. So, okay. So guys, we are asking for pile 2, what is the future of this connection? Will they be together? That is our big question. Big question here. We have the Hangman in reverse. We have the Emperor. We have the Chariots. 5 of Swords. The Moon. Page of Swords in reverse. Justice in reverse. And the Queen of Swords. Future of this connection. For a lot of you guys that haven't had any movement, have been in a pause lately, I think that there's definitely going to be movement forward with this connection. Sorry, I'm just trying to gather the messages from my guides. Okay, I think a lot of you guys, or the person that you're watching about, has had a shift in perspective. They've realized that they haven't necessarily been living the life. They've been living an illusion of what they really want in their life. Maybe like not being true to themselves, wearing a mask, things like that. So I'm hearing this person has had a shift in perspective. Possibly you have been seeing them differently too, for some of you guys. But you're ready to move past that. So the Hangman can sometimes be about being a pause, a shift in perspective. I feel like that's happened. And with it being in reverse, I feel like it's time to like get yourself, the pause is over, sorry. And again, as you release these fears, or as they release these fears, release the illusions, they're really stepping into their power. This connection is getting stronger. I'm hearing letting go of immature communication, like really letting go of like the surface level, shallow-esque kind of communication. With our Page of Swords here in reverse, it's like, all right, you know, we've kind of just been dabbling. We've never really gotten deep. Like, let's get rid of that, like, I'm hearing pleasantries, and really move forward. So we have the Chariot, it being clarified by the Justice in reverse is throwing me off a bit, to be honest. I'm trying to see what that message is. Some of them might have been in a situation where they couldn't come forward. Another, like, either legally binding, marriage, committed relationship, something that they were stuck in. I feel like they're moving out of that too and moving forward, so you guys will be able to move forward. There is an ounce or an air of there may be still some harsh communication that comes up. I'm seeing like two people butting heads about their, like, they both want to be right. And you feel like you're right, they feel like they're right. So like Five of Swords is very much about someone winning a battle, but no one really wins, right? It's clarified by the Queen of Swords. I'm hearing still some harsh words, but like you might have to be the bigger person for this to come together a little bit and just know your truth. Instead of verbalizing it, because it could cause a little bit of conflict. So they're giving me a little bit of a warning or something to keep in your back pocket, something to think of. But overall, where is this connection going? I feel like this connection is moving forward. It's gaining its confidence. It's growing in strength. It's getting rid of some of the things that were holding it back. There's still a need to get through these confrontations. I'm hearing spiteful, maybe passive aggressive kind of tendencies on either side. Take that as you will. Again, general reading. Sometimes I'm reading the person, sometimes I'm reading you guys. The energies kind of blend together and everybody's situation is a little different. But my guides are just saying, like, be mindful of any spiteful words, that they're not going to help this connection in the long run. If you want this connection to move forward, you're going to need to really watch your tongue. Let me see what else. Not too much else is coming through for that. I have my Angel Answers card, so I want to get some more messages that way. So guys, for pile 2, we're really trying to see where this relationship is going. I do see it moving together and getting stronger and moving past, you know, but it's like there's some progress being made in the middle of them, but it's still hitting this like sharpness. So for the future, will they be together? What other information can we have, please? Within the next few months. So for a lot of you guys, within the next few months, if you guys are separate, you'll be together. In the next few months, this may be moving into the next level, is what they're telling me. They keep just drawing me back to, like, just be mindful of your words. Sometimes, okay, there's a quote. I'm a big quote person. My guides are a big quote person, or maybe it's just because it's me, so that's how they relate stuff. There's a quote by Wayne Dyer, and it says, sometimes it's better to be kind than right. And this is one of those moments. Like, it might be, not that, and don't be a pushover, and I don't feel like any of you guys are, but sometimes it's like you don't have to be right all the time. Like, if everyone's always trying to fight to be right, then it's that butting of the head. So there's going to have to be, either you guys are going to have to be open and honest about that communication. Look, we can't continue to both have to be right all the time. Let's just agree to disagree and move forward. Like, we really like each other. We want to do something with this relationship. Let's let both of our need to be right. And you might have to be the one that stands up. You might have to be the one who is the mature one, is the mature communicator, and stand up and be like, hey, okay, this isn't getting us anywhere. It's getting us in a circle. Let's move past this. Sorry, my phone's ringing. I should call my friend out that's calling me right now, so when she watches this, I can be like, Jen, you interrupted my pile. And my chakra music. Hopefully she's okay, but I will call her after this. Everybody say hi, Jen. Jen like the drink. Okay. She's trying to interrupt us here. tell her she has a pile just for her in this. Okay, so what else? Yeah, you guys might have to be the one who steps up and be like, look, this isn't getting us anywhere. We need to like stop these, just the spitefulness. Just let it go. Improving health. So for you or them, this person may be working on their health. Maybe you guys actually start, you know, I think some of you guys are switching to being vegetarians also, and that just came up. Improving your health, you know, really being mindful of what you're putting in your body, and this person as well is really wanting to move out of not only toxic traits but also toxicity they're putting in their body. I know that's a random one-off, but that might be something for you guys' future. You guys will be doing something healthy and improving your health, mental health, physical health. The health of this relationship will be improving in the next few months. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Okay, they're guiding me to use this Love Compass Oracle. I did not use this in the first pile, but I go where my guides take me, so I guess they have something else they want, or someone out there needs some more messages. Let's get it. What is it that you guys wanted me to pull from this? Okay. Boundaries. Clear boundaries are needed in this situation or relationship. Protect and honor your energy in a balanced way. Spend time alone if needed and reconnect when you're able to. Set healthy boundaries that are necessary to learn to say no when needed. Maybe that's what you have to step up about, like having that conversation, this conflict, whatever this is. And maybe my guides are telling me it's more of a boundary issue for you to really set these healthy boundaries. Like this person just can't come in wishy-washy in your life. Like you deserve like solid, you know, solid commitment, solid energy, you know, that kind of thing. So there might be a need for healthy boundaries, and maybe that's what you need to step up and communicate about, because this butting heads isn't working well, or you constantly, you know, giving more than they are. So that's just a little bit. I feel like they want me to pull one more. Anything else? Okay, no, never mind. Okay, boundaries. We're sticking with boundaries. So I did get this Shine from the Inside Oracle card deck. So I want to pull one for you guys because I think this is just a stunning deck. It's a lot about self-love, self-care. I think everyone really needs that more. Maybe that's going to be a way to also improve your health. So let's see. For pile 2, what other message do they need to keep in mind for the future? That may also, like, I'm using this as a way to help you guys really, like, you might need to work on something on yourself or do something for yourself to move this forward. So weird. This is the card, out of all these cards, this is the card that popped up for pile 1 too, and it's be bold, don't be afraid to stand out. And I pulled this card yesterday. Maybe my guides are trying to tell me something, but or maybe this is a message that the collective needs to hear. So I'm going to read it. You were meant to shine, so be bold and put on the darn lipstick. Robert Frost says, freedom lies in being bold, and boldness requires courage. Being bold can be as simple as wearing a new shade of lipstick, trying a new hairstyle, to quitting the stressful 9-to-5 and backpacking around the world for a few months. Each time you take a courageous action and build confidence to continue to express your most authentic self without giving a crap about what others' opinions. If you've pulled this card, it's time for you to stop hiding your light, stand out from the crowd, and you will never change the world if you're being just like everyone else. The more you accept your unique sparkle magic and have the courage to be who you really are, the more you inspire others around you to do the same. Be bold enough to speak your truth, brave enough to trust your heart, and strong enough to live your life you've always imagined. You were meant to shine, so don't be afraid to stand out. Shine, shine, shine. It's time to shine, guys. That's so crazy. If anyone's watching from pile 1 to pile 2, there you go. All right, guys, thank you guys so much. I appreciate you guys being here. As for will you guys be together? Yeah, in the next couple months. You guys are really going there, you know, and my guides throw in their extra tidbits of information. So hopefully you guys found that valuable. Thank you so much, and I look forward to seeing you guys in a future reading. Thanks, guys. Hello, 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 my lovely friends for pile 3. You guys picked this really awesome, fabulous, amazing shell, really. Some people say it looks a little bit like garlic, but look how stunning. Woo! Okay. So, what is the future of your connection? Okay, you guys, I'm using the Oceanic Tarot. I do not take reversals with this deck. So, if something comes out in the reverse, I will spin it around. It's just an agreement I have with this deck. It's really one of my only ones that I have that agreement with. I get that sounds a little weird, but it is what it is. So I will be spinning any reversals around. So, okay, guys. For pile 3, what is the future of this connection? Will they be together? That's the question we're asking. We're also going to pull some angel oracles at the end, and as well as a card from the Shine from the Inside deck. So for pile 3, what is the future of their connection? 10 of Cups, completion, very nice. 9 of Pentacles, the Tower, okay. King of Cups, 7 of Swords, Death, Angel of the Ocean, which is Temperance, Page of Cups. Okie dokie. All right. Will you guys be together? Is there a future for this connection? Yes. Is there some, possibly you guys are already in the middle of this Tower moment, this breakdown, this letting go of old things, possibly, or it's coming soon, or they might have to work through a Tower moment on their end, or vice versa. And by that I mean a breakdown of needed things that no longer serve you need to be gone in order for this to move forward. Some of you guys could be in other relationships, they could be in other relationships. You guys gotta let it go. You can't have your cake and eat it too. And that might go for you guys, that might go for them, because there is so much potential for this relationship. But if you're holding on going, well, if this isn't going to work out, I'm going to stay where I'm at, that's not cool either. You're not being true to yourself, not being true to the person. Same for them. I'm not trying to get preachy. These are just the messages that are coming through right now, because I can see so much potential, so much love, so much completion, so much happiness, so much worth in this connection. But there are some things that need to be let go. And that is going to be different for everyone. It can be minor things. It can be holding on to limiting beliefs, holding on to past traumas, holding on to believing you don't deserve love in your life. Those things need to die. It could be holding on to a connection. It could be, I don't feel like this one, but if whatever's impeding this connection from moving forward, either on your end, their end, both of your guys' end, needs to go. You got to work through it. And I feel like a lot of that is happening regardless of your input or not. We got Temperance in here. And Temperance is the blending of things. It's divine intervention. It's timing. It's forcing things to happen, much like the Tower. But the Tower being clarified, sorry, I'm starting over here. Tower being clarified by Temperance is, for me, is divine intervention times 4. Like, if you don't want to let this down, they're going to make it go down. Or if they are holding on to something or not really being true to themselves, the universe is going to step in and be like, oh, nope, you really got to let that go. Okay, boop, back to the beginning. This 10 of Cups, right? I mean, you guys, this is like the happy relationship, happy life, happy all of it card. It is clarified by my 7 of Swords, which can be sneaky energy. It's also strategic. In this deck, they also call it loss. So I'm hearing that you guys can have it all, but it's going to take letting go of some things, letting go of sneaky tendencies. Again, if this is you, if this is them, I don't know why this is such a big theme in this pile, but there's an overlining theme that one or both of you guys or you are in a situation that an extra situation that's holding you back from having this connection. If that doesn't feel right for you, this might not be your pile. Maybe it's best to pick a different pile, because this is a very big theme for this group right here. So there's so much worth in this. There's so much value, abundance, everything that could come from this. But some things need to die. And I don't mean people, but you know, things that no longer serve you need to go. You need to transform. This relationship is going to hit a transformation because it's needed. And if you don't do it on your own, it's going to be forced. If they don't do it on their own, it's going to be forced. Maybe I feel like some of you guys are in the middle of this. Like you're right here, like ship's going down, right? Sorry I'm being so weird about this, but yeah, like you guys might relate to this image. You feel like things are burning, there's bells going off, we're drowning, we're taking on water, the lightning's hit us, like whoa, like what is going on? And this could just be a breakdown in your guys' connection, but it's needed. And if you're not sure why it's happening, then it's time to step back and look at what triggers are you having? How does that make you feel? And then evaluate those, because you can transform from those triggers. Those triggers are there to let you know where your healing needs to happen. So any pains that come up, any distress, any stress, any feelings of self lack, if not loving yourself, things like that, really step back. You know, when you're in the midst of this crazy storm, step back and be like, okay, what's being triggered? How am I feeling? Why am I feeling this way? Let's work on that, because that's the point of this. The point of this is to open your eyes to see what you need to heal, so you can move forward and you can have this beautiful relationship. We have this King of Cups, we have this Page of Cups. So I'm hearing also it's going to take some understanding, maybe a little imagination. Maybe you're not sure how this is going to work. Maybe something about this connection seems a little impossible for some of you guys too. I feel like this is a, you know, yeah, anyway, sorry. But it's possible. It's just going to take a little bit. It's going to maybe look a little different than you expected. I'm being told, don't stop being, sorry. You don't need to be so rigid on how you think it's supposed to look, how you want it to work out. If you let go of those reins a little bit, maybe that some of you guys have some control issues, and maybe that's where I'm just being told, like, switch your perspective of what you think this is going to look like. It can work out, but it might take a compromise. It might take a shift of perspective. It might take looking at it differently, and really, like, it can be a beautiful thing. So will you guys be together? Yes, but there's some needed things need to happen. Again, if you're not going to do it, or they're not going to do it on their own, it's going to be a little forced in order for you guys to move together. But there's so much potential here. There's so much potential, but I'm hearing it may look a little different. It may involve some compromises, understanding, a little bit of imagination, but it can work out. So don't be too rigid about your planning, your future. Like, it's going to look like this. It's going to look beautiful, but it may look a little different than you originally imagined. Let's get some angel answered cards. So guys, we want a little more information. Okay, this one, it's up to you. All right. I'm going to pull another one, but you know, I was asking my guides for more information on what they can give us for this connection, for the future. They're saying it's really up to you. They're saying the choice is in your hands, but it's you that has to either wait for this person to go through this, or you have to change these and take the time while, you know, they're figuring them out. Like, if you're having any triggers, if you're having any pain, if you're having anything, look at what that is. Look at why you're having that. Look at what that stems from. It could stem back way back from something when you were young, something you're growing up with, and it's time to let that go, because it's up to you on what happens with this connection. Like, you have free will. They're telling me, like, if you feel like you're in a connection that has a label to it that makes you feel like you're imprisoned a little bit, they're saying that's not true. Love is freedom. Love is not imprisonment, but it's up to you, and you always have free will, and it is your choice. All right, so let's see what other messages the angels have for you guys about the future of this connection, about you guys being together. And I still overall think yes, you guys, for a lot of you guys will end up with this person. There is a happy, and we start good and in good. So maybe you guys started really good and you're in the middle of this, but there's smoother sailing is what they're telling me. There's happiness, there's love, there's beauty. It just might look a little different. So what else, guys, can you tell us? A year from now. So for some of you guys, it might not be as soon as you think, but I mean, think about where you were last year and this year. Time does fly. So this stuff might take a little longer. They're drawing me into the pinnacle energy here, which tends to be a slower moving energy. So it might be, you know, a year from now or within this next year. They're also saying, like they just threw in the word within the next year, but it's really up to you. So they're saying if this relationship is making you, like if it's this relationship that's making you feel like you're drowning and all that stuff, then maybe it's up to you to decide what you really want. But they're saying like you hold the key to your future with this connection. Even though if it's fated or all that stuff, you still have a choice. We still always have free will. See if any other messages are coming through. I don't want to miss anything for any of you guys. I know a lot of people watch these, and thank you for that. I feel like I'm missing something. I'm missing a message or somebody. They just told me don't lose hope. Don't lose hope, but still be true to you. All right. I think that was it. So I'm going to pull one of these Shine from the Inside. This could be a little message for you guys, a little bit, something to think about, something to work on, whatever. For pile 3, what do they need to know? Anything they need to work on, anything they need to focus on. I mean, it could be something super simple that has nothing to do with this. So let's see, pile 3 is this one. Oh, you guys got 2. Okay. It says, trust your intuition. She's always right. So what do you guys really feel about this connection? Know that you're right. Stop doubting yourself. And then treat yourself to something beautiful today. So, and this is funny, as I was juggling these, I was like thinking, these people need to go buy themselves a plant. I don't know why that popped in. So for some of you guys, buy yourself the flowers. If you've been waiting for this person to bring you flowers, go buy yourself a set of flowers. Buy the most beautiful flowers. Spend an extra, couple extra dollars and buy the little bit nicer bouquet and make yourself something really pretty that you're going to pass every day or you see when you walk in the door. If you're feeling lonely, put it somewhere as soon as you open the door. That's the first thing you see is these beautiful flowers. If you feel comfortable with plants, maybe go buy yourself a new friend. Buy yourself a new plant. If you don't feel comfortable with plants or you want to start, I suggest a snake plant. I pretty much used to kill everything. My Sansevieria, which is the variety of what a snake plant is. It's another word on the end of that. They're part of a group of flower or a group of plants that are pretty resistant to dying. So if you have a black thumb or a gray thumb, whatever you want to call it, look for a snake plant. They do well in low light situations. They do good in full light. They just don't like to be watered too much. So you can ignore them for 2 weeks. I would say, every 2 weeks water them. But they're just beautiful and they're great and they purify your air. So some of you guys, go get a plant. They're really big right now. So, but always trust your intuition. That's what I'm going to read actually the description for this card. I think to treat yourself to something beautiful. If you don't like flowers, go buy yourself something pretty. Gosh darn it, you guys deserve it. Order something from Amazon if you don't go somewhere. Just do something nice for yourself. Like if you guys are in the middle of this, if you're drowning, throw yourself a life raft and do that in the way of something very pretty. Even it doesn't have to be expensive. Just get yourself something. Okay, 115. I want to read this card because they have great information in this. So we're reading this one, pile 3, and this is trust your intuition. She's always right. Your gut never lies. He or she's always right, depending on who's watching. All right. Your gut never lies. So trust what you're feeling deep within. Every person has the power of intuition, but not everyone chooses to listen, trust, or follow it. Intuition presents itself in subtle whispers, goosebumps, flashes of clarity, or the feeling that something's off. It's a deep knowing that can't be logically explained. Intuition doesn't tell you what you want to hear, it tells you what you need to hear. The first step in developing your intuition is to get quiet and listen. Develop a regular practice of meditation so you can provide space for your soul to speak. Like all things, developing your intuition takes a lot of practice. Begin trusting the small gut feelings by following through and taking actions on guidance. Call the person on your mind, leave the party early, or take a random left turn on your drive home. Intuition doesn't always make rational sense at the moment, but looking back, she's always right. Slow down and stop looking for the answers outside of yourself. Go within, find your truth. She knows her shiz. I'll say it like that. I'll try not to cuss on my channel. So you guys really trust your intuition, and you know, if some of you guys feel like you have these gifts and you're not trusting them and you're not, just go with it. Trust with the crazy that comes out. A lot of you guys, and I'll share a little bit of my story for a second if you want to hang around and listen. A lot of you guys are so amazing with your comments and so kind, and you know, tell me how much, you know, my gifts mean to you. And I doubted them for so long, and then as soon as I started trusting it, trusted this crazy that's coming out, everything has just fallen beautifully into place that I can't even explain it. I'm so honored. I'm so blessed. So thankful for all of you guys. And all I had to do was stop doubting myself. Stop letting that negative, you know, then go, oh, you don't know what you're talking about, or you're wrong, or whatever. And I had to just, and it really did start with starting a really dedicated meditation practice, even like a small amount of time, like really just quieting my mind and really just asking, like, what do you guys want me to, you know, do? Even when I thought I was just talking to myself, it's just unfolded so beautifully once I started to just trust it, not question it, not doubt it, just trust it. And I started off just claircognizant, which just means clear knowing, which very much sounds like my own thoughts. And as I've trusted, everything else has followed. I get visions, I get feelings, all kinds of stuff, and it's just all unfolding, and some of it has been unfolding as this channel has gotten bigger. And so it's just so beautiful, and I'm so honored that so many of you guys find value in my words. But had I never trusted my intuition, trusted myself, I wouldn't have this, and I wouldn't be able to connect with you guys. All of this is all worked out so beautifully, and I'm so thankful to you guys, to my guides, everything. But it all started with just finally trusting my intuition. So I urge you guys to really trust yourself, to stop and listen. And if you're drowning right now, just stop and step back, sit down, and listen to yourself. Like, what do I need to learn from this? What are you trying to tell me? And just and even if you get no answers for weeks, just take a moment and stop and just be like, I'm open to healing whatever I need to heal. Please let me know what that is. Things like that. And just start trusting that it's real, because it's real, guys. It's real. You know, I feel crazy a lot. I do. And you guys will be like, oh, this and this, like the stuff that pops in my head. I don't know where it comes from. I just say it. And then so many people, and sometimes a lot of you guys have all relate to it. And I almost don't say things, or would hold myself back from saying those things, because I was like, oh, well, that's got to be wrong. But people are like, oh, nope, this, it's amazing. It's amazing. So thank you guys always. I do read all the comments. I don't always get to respond. I do have a really intense, crazy life, and I do try to take the time, but I do read them. And so it's always such a blessing when you guys validate that. It means so much to me, because for most of my life I didn't trust myself, and that's the big piece. So sorry I went down a rabbit hole, but thank you guys for listening. I appreciate it. As always, I appreciate your time. You guys are beautiful souls. Thank you again, Mandy, for this lovely deck. And I look forward to seeing you guys in a future reading. Thank you so much, guys. Mwah. Bye.